Alright, what's up guys? Back with another video.
Hi.
I'm Tony.
I'm Kayla.
We're back with another video. This one is actually something different. We don't usually do these kind of videos, but in the last previous video I did talk about we were going to start doing this, so that's what we're doing now. This is actually a story time video about our son when he was born. He's 2 now. His birthday was Friday, July 24th. He turned 2, so we're making this video about his birth and what happened and what all happened when he was born and what was, how it went and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that, and then if we get enough likes and attention on this video and it gets good and you guys like story times, then we'll do a story time about our daughter's birth. She's 4, she'll be 5 in January. So if you like this one, make sure you let us know so we can make the other one about her birth. So let's go. We're just doing his first because his birthday was just a couple days ago, so we're doing that first because today's April. Today's July 27th, and his birthday was July 24th. So we're making this video.
So his pregnancy was like any normal pregnancy. Actually, I was a full week before I knew I was pregnant with him. And I was working at the Dollar General at the time, and we lived in Walpock in a 1-bedroom apartment. But everything went smooth with his whole pregnancy. I really didn't have any problems. He was pretty easy. I wasn't sick like I was with my daughter with him. I could eat whatever I wanted. Just a normal, regular pregnancy, I guess you would say. All my appointments were normal. Nothing was wrong. The only thing is I constantly felt like I was out of breath all the time, but that's normal when you're pregnant. And then we went to the doctors and they told us that we could basically have my labor induced, which is nice because you choose when you want your baby to come. So we went in at 6 o'clock in the morning and they put my IV in and they started doing that medicine. What was it called? I don't remember what it's called. I don't know. I think it's like Pitocin.
It's like supposed to help get the labor started.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but
so and then I started having contractions and they weren't that bad. So they gave me an epidural, and at that time I couldn't feel my legs because when you get an epidural, they stick a big needle like in your spine. So it basically numbs you from the waist down, so you cannot feel anything from your waist down. And I was literally laying in the bed, and they have a monitor over on your side, and it shows like your heart rate, your contractions, and the baby's heart rate. And I just all of a sudden noticed that Bentley's heart rate kept dropping and dropping and dropping, and it didn't go back up. And he was over at the sink eating cereal.
I was eating cereal and I was on the phone.
He was on the phone with his grandpa. He was eating cereal.
5 nurses come running in.
And I started yelling at him because I noticed that his heart rate was not going back up and it was like flatlining. And like he said, that's when like 5 nurses came running in, and I was real nervous and stuff, and they're trying to make me flip over on my stomach, and I couldn't even do it because I'm literally trying to pull all my body weight up by just my arms because my legs are basically paralyzed. I could not move them. So they tried to flip me over and flip me back over, and his heart rate still was not going up. I mean, it all happened in a matter of minutes, but it's just the fact of having that happen to you is so nerve-wracking. And then I was like pushing and trying to get him out, and I was like crying because I knew that something was wrong. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. But when I gave birth to him, he was all blue because he wasn't breathing, and I couldn't hold him right away, so sorry. That was very upsetting because as a mom, you want to hold your kid right when you give birth to him. And you expect him to be crying when he comes out, and you don't hear him crying. So the nurses were over working on him and trying to get him to breathe. And the nurses kind of stood in the way so I couldn't see what he looked like. And I just kept asking him, like, is he okay? Blah, blah, blah. And then when they handed him to me, his little arm had an IV in it because they had to give him fluid. He was all purple because he had bruising from them trying to pull him out because he was stuck. But he started getting better, and now he's a 2-year-old boy, and he runs around, and he's all better, and he's a crazy kid.
But when they first took him out, as soon as they got him out, he wasn't crying, and they took him over and put him on the little table or whatever, where they like check his temperature and all that stuff, and that's when they started doing stuff. But I went over there while she was in the back, because obviously she couldn't. So I went over there to see what was going on. But yeah, so and they said that they might have almost had to take him, almost was gonna have to get him rushed to the children's hospital, but they didn't. They said he bounced back pretty good, and he started doing good. So that was a plus. I mean, but we had to spend a couple more days extra in the hospital just because of what happened. But I mean, now, I mean, like she said, he's like a normal kid. I mean, runs around, does everything. But he does have breath holding spells. I don't know if that's from that or if it's just. I mean, a lot of kids have, not a lot of kids, but a lot of kids do have it. But it's just something they do once in a while or whatever. But I don't know. He'll probably grow out of it most likely. But I don't know if that has something to do with the reason why he does that or not. I don't know, but he does. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if like a lot of parents know like what that is, or whoever's watching, our viewers know what that is. It's basically where your child like goes completely unconscious, and there's 2 different type of breath holding spells. I'm not really for sure what they are right now. But like from my experience, he literally like holds his breath when he's crying. He doesn't make any noise. He turns completely purple, almost like he's dying, and he gets all stiff and curls up like he's having a seizure, and basically goes unconscious, like I said, and then you have to wait like a couple minutes for him to wake back up and realize what happens. And he's normally very tired. And this normally happens like if he falls or if he gets scared. And as a 2-year-old boy, it's really hard to watch him and make sure nothing happens because he'll have a breath holding spell. So I don't know if how many people have experienced this with their kids, but it's definitely scary to have something like that. But yep, I'm glad he's a
Yeah, but I mean, he does it a lot, especially because him and his sister fight a lot. So then if she pushes him or anything, and he just flips out, and then boom, he'll have one. Like the other day, he ran in our neighbor's garage and ran out, and it was wet, so he fell on his butt, and he had one. It's just like that. So I mean, you really can't watch him. You really can't. You can kind of try to prevent it, but you really can't prevent it. It's gonna happen, no matter what you do, because he's 2 and he's a boy. I mean, he goes on the coffee table and says 1 and jumps off. So I mean, you don't get a warning. Just 1, boom, jumps. So I mean, he does 1 jump. He don't go to 2. He don't know 2. 1, boom, jump. So you can't really watch him. You can watch him, but you can't really watch him. So he does what a normal kid does. So.
Yeah, so we just wanted to share that with you because as young parents, we'll tell you about having our daughter when we were young. I mean, I was still in school, so we'll tell you about that. But it's just something that we went through that we wanted our viewers to know and about us. So, yeah, do you have anything else to share about it?
No, I think that's about it.
No? Okay.
But yeah, like I said, when if this video gets some good attention, showing that you guys like story times, then we'll do more story times. We'll do story times about like how we met. Yeah. So like I was saying, we'll do story times about how our daughter's birth went, and how she was born, and we had complications with hers, but not near as bad. But we'll share that information, and we'll share like how we met and all that stuff, and basically where we're from, and I mean, when we got together,
how we met, you know, like just basically our life story from us not knowing each other to us dating and then having kids, and so.
And we'll tell you. We can also tell you about like our how we got our first apartment, and we'll tell you about obviously how we got our apartment and all that, and then you know how that all went and how we got our first jobs. Well, first jobs, but technically not our first jobs, but my first job that I've actually kept for so long. So, and then Kayla's not at the same job, but anyways, so that's about it. We just wanted to share that and let everybody know that what we went through, because I know versus young parents versus old parents is completely two different things. Because if you're young parents, you're automatically, people don't think you're parents. They don't think you take care of your kids, but that's not the case. But people, that's how people think, because most young people don't. So that's what they think. As soon as they see a young couple with kids, it's like, oh, they don't take care of their kids. But so we just want to share information about us and about how, basically how we parent our kids, and about how we been raising them, and how they were when they were born and all that stuff, and how we met. So if you like story times, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, share the video, and make sure you please subscribe. Please subscribe. So that's about it. Alrighty, we'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.